I'm just uploading this video here. I'm going to take a look at where the live is and try to share the live in other places. I'm going to like it. I'm going to share it all over the place. And then I'm going to start the video. You took care of this. Sure, if you can help the channel, that would be utterly fantastic. The income here has been $200 over 20 years. Actually, a little bit more than that. I shouldn't say that, but more or less. So let me see where I am right now. Let me put this down over here. Okay, if you can help out the channel, that'd be insane. That would be totally insane. Now we're gonna have to check out what's happening up here. Okay, just give me a minute. Somebody said something. Okay, let's get that camera. You want to know what that is on the floor? Do you want to know what that is on the floor? That is a series of 36 numbers. Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to make the screen a little bit bigger and explain it. Oh yes, there was one other thing I had to be doing before I did that. I went here, I went here, I went here, I went here. I'm over here. I got to copy this. I got to go here. I am going to go, where is it? Here. Okay, I'm going to paste this here. This is, let me see if I have this right. Is it here? Let me see. Did I put that on right? Let me see. Am I up? This is, let me see if I have. Okay, yeah, I do. Okay. So I put this out here. See, nobody's on right now, so I can do this. Okay, so we got this done. Let me see if we pick up the camera. Yeah, I'm going to show you what's on the floor. I'm not really sure where I'm going to be going with this. If you don't know what I do, I like to say I do star system math, the multiplication and the addition. Remember, there are 3 hands on the clock. Where is the 4th hand? It's turning in the 4 dimensions of the clock. You can create 3 dimensions and 4, and that's your basic setup. All right, just like the Roman numeral, just like the letter M, if I wrote the letter M, right? I wrote the letter M. So the M is going to explain the entire cube. I'm going to explain that to you why. So let me see if we have this here. So you can see X, you can see Y, see 1 and 1 on each side. And here you can see Y. Sorry, here you see, did I do that right? Do I have this one right? Just give me a second. Wow, did I do that right? Why am I coming off? Okay, here's the X here. This is wow. I have to redo this one. I just noticed after it being here for such a long time. right? This is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Then over here, no, this is not possible. Here's 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Here's 12. Here's 14. 15 and 13 are both black numbers in roulette. So I skip them out. I'm only connecting the red. Here is going to be 19, and over here is going to be over here is going to be 18, 16, and over here is going to be 18. Then 18 over here is 21, and here's going to be 19. Here is 23. On each side of 23, right, this is 24, and this is 22, so we can't touch it. But this is 25 red. I'm supposed to have a line that goes to here. I'm going to have to connect that line. I don't know why it's like this unless I saw another board. I also want to show you that when you do this, right, it's like this is carrying this diamond. This here, put it on their back. The two X's are carrying the diamond, right? But this is supposed to be an X. This should not be designed like this, right? So what happens, I will show you what happens at the bottom. When you get to the bottom, right, and I'm not even sure if I want to show you this one anymore. Yeah, you see it's done right. Let me see, is this the one done right? Yeah, this one is done right over here, right? So I don't even want to look at the bottom because this was done right. It's X, then it's Y, and there's a few ways to look at the Y. I can see the Y going this way, penetrating out that way. I can also see the Y going this way and coming down here. So you have X over Y completing your hexagon. When you connect the two of these together, right, I can jump into, let's see if I can get this into the one that I prefer to work with. My camera just fell on the floor. Just give it a second. Give it a second. 1 second here. So let me set the camera up again. Let's see if we can get this to work with the other one. Okay, let me see if I can point out here. I'm not sure if I can point out here or just, I don't know. I don't know what we should do. Okay, I guess I'm going to continue on with this one over here in the front, right down here. Okay, do we got that good? Yeah, we got that. Let me see where I am. Okay, so that's easy. So this Y over here connects to this Y over here. They're going to join together. There's going to be a center here. I just fooled around. I just put anything over here. Here's 36 numbers. And why it ends at 36 is because it repeats. It created an X. It created a Y. It created an X. It created a Y. So it's just repeating its design. And the repeat part over here is already over here. So I only need up to here, right, for the first part. But then I also need, okay, this part is only a repeating part, this part and this part, right? And there's going to be, this is number 14 over here, 15, 16, 17, 18. So my first half ends on 18. I've duplicated it here. If I was going to go again, I'm just going to turn it in a circle and connect it to each other, right? And if I touch these two together where 36 numbers go and I overlap them, 36 numbers will overlap and you're going to lose 3 of them. You'll end up only with 33 because the other part is overlap, 3 overlapping on 3. When I put these two together, I create the continuation of this hexagon to show that we need to create more than one of these. We need to create one over here is your second one. Here is your third one. Once you create your next form, okay, this is 36 numbers. There's 36 here, right? We're going to get 1. We're going to get 2. We're going to match with 3. Once we get the fourth one, right, that'll flip you on to the other side. So that'll be your first formation. So you'll have your 3, and then you'll have your 3, and then you'll have your 1 that reconnects again. A, B, C, D. There's 4 formations in A, B, C, D. There's A, B, C. There's B, C, D. There's A, C, D. There's B, C, D. Did I get that wrong? That all them right? Anyways, whatever. So there's 4 formations always that go on. So we need 36 and 36, right? That's my 72. And that will create your 1, your 2, your 3. Now you need another 72. and that's your 144, your completion. And then one more, you'll be moving on to the next cycle, and that will be your 180. You work 3, and then 3, and then we're going to do this again. We're going to do 3, 108, and then we're going to do 1 for 144. And then we're going to do it again, right? And then we get the 2160, and now we connect to the moon. And as we continue on, we're going to end up involving the numbers into the sun. So here is your basic setup. This, what you're seeing over here, is, if I can remember correctly, when they took the penny off the market, they distorted the numbers. In here, to note, there's also, I'm not sure if we can see over here where the, no, we can't see over here, so I'm going to drag the camera a little bit. Yeah, no dragging, no camera. Just give me a minute. I'm just going to get a glass of water in the kitchen. 72, 74, 144, 6 days. So how can we calculate that into 28? No, that doesn't work. 6, just trying to figure it out. 24 hours by 6. 24 times 6 is 144. Right. And 28 by 6 is 168, the number of hours in the week. And 24 by 7 equals to the number of hours in a week. And 7 by 28, I have to do that one also, is 56. And 140 equals 196. I'm not really sure of what that is. It does tell me a story. I mean, it's just so funny the way the 9 inverts to a 6. The 8 remains the same. 1 and 6 are a reverse cube of each other. 1 and 6 here with the 8 void inside the 1. This one is going to connect. And I got this equation yesterday where 16 and 19, where 48 and 57 came together. The birth and the sun, S-O-N, sun. Number 48, 84. Very important. Half of this is 84. Half of this is 72. 72, or how about 6 by 12 inches equals 72? So you have 6 feet tall. And then 7 feet tall by 12 inches equals to 84. And then 8 feet tall by 12 inches equals to 96. Now, I don't like to do the 9 times and pass 100. So what I'll do is I'll add it up to a single digit. 8640 minutes, 144 hours, 518,400, which is 51,518,400. Also is, let me see over here. 86 for minutes is 6 days. Right? 6 days. Is that what you said? 6 days. Right? So it'd be 6 times 1440 equals 8640. And then we're going to do it by 144 hours. 144 equals to 518,400. So 58, 62, 66, 70, 74, 78, 82, 86, 90. I'm just trying to see 148. So I have 148 here, 148 here, and then I have 148 here. 4, 12, 14, and 1, 444, plus the 74 in the center to connect them is 518. I'm not sure if that's the same thing, but it seems to work out. I'm just missing the 400, although I got many 4s. And they're all going to work out to 13, 13, 13. That's a cycle we run. This is just a basic number system, right? And if I want, I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this. And I'm going to change this to, just give me a second. 3 times what is 58? Just give me a second. There is no 3 times this equaling to 58. That's the whole thing. So it would be 29 times 2. It would be 3 times 19 plus 1. Trying to see where it reaches. Then it'll be 4 times 14 or 4 times 15 plus 2, and this would be minus 2. That doesn't work. What was trying to get to is 1 through 9. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to go 4, 8, and then we're going to go 4, 8, and then 12, and here we're going to go, hold on, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, and 36, right? This is the first 9 numbers. Now I'm not sure if I got that right, but the next numbers are not the same, right? We're going to go to 10, and when we get to 10, we're going to go 31, right? We get to 11, we're going to go 36. When we get to 12, we're going to go 39. When we get to 13, we're going to go 39, 43. When we get to 14, we're going to get the 42, 47. When we get to 15, we're going to get 45, 51. When we get to 16, we're going to get 48, 55. I don't know if I'm getting this right. We're going to go to 17, and we're going to get the 51, 59. And we're going to go to 18. We're going to get 54, 63. And you notice, let me see if I did this right. 3 times 10 is 30 plus 1. 3 times 11 is 33 plus 2. Well, that's 35. 3 times 12 is 36 plus 3. 3 times 13, 3 times 14. 3 times 17 is 51. 1 and 7 is 8 is 59. So I think this is the way you do it, Mr. Messer, right? Right? So this would be a whole new scheme of things. And then you would end up with this. 10, 11, 10. Is that 131? Well, let me check it this way. 9, 16, 21, 5, 9, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 141, 6, 10, 13, 141. So it's a 1 for 1 for 141 for 141 times 3 equals to 523. Help me out. I know it says BCE, Bell Canada Enterprises, Earth creation of the BC world. So let me just see what we're doing over here. Let me see. Good morning, Miss. Well, let's not use any pronouns. Let's call you person of the internet, the avatar with letters on it, chosen by you. 72, 6 days, 144, 12 years. So now we have Scotch, 12-year-old Scotch, right? So we're going to have to include that to the 12-year-old Scotch. Has a relationship to the sun, 864. You do know that 864 right over here, right? We're going to have to put that out there also. Understanding when we use quarters, when we use halves, when we use thirds, why we use them. Why is 1/3? Why are we not missing the 1 difference in thirds? Why are we not missing the 1 difference? It's the 1 inside 8 creating 9. It is either 1 for all or all for 1. That all is the 8. Pending, if you want to look at it 2 ways. When you say all 4, here's your 4. If you want to say all 8, right, then let's talk about the picture frame. How can we draw this picture frame right over here. So here's your 8 and here's your 1. This 1 is the control of this entire 8. If this was Rubik's Cube, the top row has 9 areas. The bottom row has 9 areas. Their circumference over here has 8. It turns in 3 different directions. I don't know which way I went. This way, it turns in 3 different directions only for 6 sides. I'm going to get to what love is in a minute. So you have the center to all, right? The center, or you have all in itself, and that all becomes 8. You have 4 fours. So when you're saying all of, you have 4 fours inside an area space. Here's one of your 4s, and I'm going to use a different pen, right? I'm going to use maybe, I like to call this the morning church, right? And then you're going to take it, we're going to create another 4, but we're going to overlap that 4, and then we're going to create another 4, right? And we're going to create 4 4s out of this. So out of 9, we created 4 4s. So we have 16 created out of 9. 4 to the power of 2, 3 to the power of 3. 16 and 9. How about telling me the letters of pi? But with the dice cube to jump off and to come back, just to let you know, we never use more than 7 of 9. And if you're using 2 cubes, you'll be using one this way, the other one this way. If we're looking at number 2, one will be this way, the other one will be this way. When we're this way, 1 and 6 will be up. When we're the other way, it'll be with 1 and 6. And then 3 and 4 will be up and down. The same thing for 3. When 3 is up, 5 and 2 are up and down. So when you're playing the game, they're calling the odds of these numbers. When they call the odds of these numbers, they're talking also about what's going on with this, where this is. This is the I and the Z. This is the IZ, number 35, 3.5 inside this one. This is Raish. This is Ra, R-A-H, 88. Controller Ra. 8 is inverted to 3. I'm going to explain to you that 8 and 3 also. And the entire cube, if you like. Let me get back to Mr. Messers. Okay, we're going to go down the list. JKL 31, 35, 39. Okay, right. Okay, MNO. Did I get that right? 51. And okay, we got that right. So now what I want to do with that is we're going to do an alphabet shift. Because we work on 360 degrees, we should do an alphabet shift. Because we work on 24 hours a day, maybe we should reduce or condense the alphabet into 24 and come up with another equation. Since there's a 28-day cycle of the moon, maybe we should put the alphabet into the 28 days. Every single one of these are going to tell us different stories. But right now, I'm going to shove the alphabet, right? I'm going to do this over here because this is the primary. This is the secondary. These are the only real 2 we need, right? So when we continue the alphabet, we're going to get A6 and we're going to get Z31 when I do that. I'm going to get to the rest of your comments in a second. I just want to transfer over this to where A begins with 6. That means we're going to go to A6. We're going to go to B7, which will be 28. We're going to go to C, which will be 24 and 8, 32. D is going to be 9. D is going to be 30. Did I get that right? D will be 36. E, okay, which is now going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. E is now going to be 10. So that's going to be will be 31. F is going to be 11. So it'll be 33 plus 2. G is going to be 12. So it's going to be 39. H is 43. And I is, did I get that right? Did I get that right? Is 47. I comes into what is the beast. I comes into what is time. It is inverted to what is Jesus. It is inverted to what is the angels and the cycles run through 47. 4 months of 30 days, 7 months of 31 days, Valentine's Day, the 29th day, right? The I-9 coming in here, also looking like 1, 4, and 7, splitting up of the Earth 33 cube. 33 cube for Earth. The 22 cube for Mars. So we're going to get back over here, and what we're going to do is we're going to go J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. And J is now going to be the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Did I get that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 9. That's the 14th. So J would now be the 15th letter instead of the 10th. So that would be 45 and 6. J would be 51, 55, 59, 63 for M. Very important. Very important. 9 by 4, 9 by 7 equals to 63. Not going to get into that. That's going to create 18 and 9, or 99, the I and the R letter, and 27, right? Which is now you're going to understand the movement of 2 by 2 in the house of bait. The 7th gate in the void, the headless horseman with the rest inside the ocean. Is this land or is this land? When you design the cube, right? When you're going to design the cube, we're going to design the outside of the cube here and then the outside of the cube here. When I designed it, I automatically encompassed an area over here. So either this is the core or this is part of the ocean, the center of the cube. It has 1 here, 2 here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it has 5, 10, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3. Did I get that right? 1, 2, 5, and 5, and 3. 5, 3, 5, and 3 is 8 and 8. Is that 16? Yes. Yeah, so I have 16 surrounding this. 16, 1, 8, and then 16. And then the next one will be 24. So how about this? 4 times 4, 4 plus 4 is what creates these numbers over here, and that comes out from planet Mars. So let's finish off here. We got 67, 71, and O. O is for Mars. I like where the O is. In the first edition of O, 15 was 51. Look, Mars, 51 and 71. They're showing me about, the time when you get 1:11 on a clock, 2:11 on a clock, 3:11 on a clock. Well, it's all about 71 minutes. When you get to P, you get to 75, you now get into moon, and P is a representation of the half-life. Then you get to 7 and 9. This is your birth in between 6 and 8, in between the house planet, your own mind. And here, when we come to the sun, what was normally the sun, 18, is now what I understand the 23rd letter. And it's absolutely perfect. It represents this over here. 11, 11, 11, 7, 7, 7 is this cube. 11, 11, 11. When it's sitting like this, we have 2 11s. So add that to 22, and just one of them is 111. Mathematically, 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 2, and 1 equals to 3. We're now going to also talk about these letters here. 2, 1, 1, 2, 12, 21, and 3 for C. 3, 3, 3. The 2, 2 is going to equal to what is 2 times 2, and 2 plus 2 equals to 44, equals double D. Also equals 1,000. When you create a D, it equals to 1,000. When you create 2 Ds, when you equal 1 D, it equals to 500. When you equal 2 Ds, it equals to 1,000, or 1 letter M. Now I'm going to get to what the letter M is and how I started this. But before that, I still want to see Mr. Messer. Let's go over some of the stuff. 8640, we did this, we did this. Let me take a look at this. Also, number 288 is 4 times 72, so we can created our block, right? It's 216 where the moon comes in, and then we close our block off. Times 3 is 864, but times 3, 864 is the long count, the Mayan great year of 25,920. 200 days per third sun. Moon diameter 2160, 20, right. Okay, that's good. 2/3 of the moon diameter, right. 1440. 7920 Earth diameter, or or 5.5 times 1440 is 7920. So if I remove the Earth from the moon, okay, if I remove the daytime Earth from the moon, it goes like this: 1440 minutes in a day. 1.5, or the payout in blackjack, or 3-2, right? 1.5. Okay, that 1.5 times 1440 is 2160. If I remove the 1.5 from the 5.5, I end up with 4. 4 times the difference between the sun and the moon equals 25760 in metric, or in Hebrew time. 5760 is the year 2000. Would you like me to do that again? Now, I'm not really sure what you're, well, let me see this over here. Okay, yes. Okay, yes. That's, yes, yes. Okay. This one over here. Okay, now 3.666 is a division on the cross. And the reason for that is, I see, I don't know the way you did it, but the first thing that came to my mind is 2 divided by 3, 0.666. Then you get 1, then you get 5 divided by 3 is 1.666. Then you get 8 divided by 3, and that would be 2.666. So now you have 11. 11 divided by 3 is 3.666. So how can we put this into that 3.666? 11 divided by 3. 11 divided by 3 equals 3.666. I know, and 14 divided by 3 is 4.666. And then we have 17 divided by 3 equals 5.666. And then if we get, what's that, 15, so if we get 18 divided by 3, right, that's only going to equal to 6. So we have to stop at 17. Every time we land on a border, 3, 6, or 9, it's always going to be perfect. There are going to be no decimals. And running down the center, 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20, 23, 26. You want to stop at 29? You want to stop at 29? 29 divided by 3 equals going to be 9.666. And then we can go to 32 and 35. 35 is the last one. Divided by 3 is going to be 11.666. Because that's exactly how it works. You're off. I'm off. Laugh out loud. I'm off. 180. And I did that also the other day. That's also, there's still one piece missing in that, because that's only 3 parts. You know, when they say the hand of God is 1.05, this is 3 parts and not 4 parts. The hand of God is 3 parts, 105. And this is 360. Instead of being 350, it's 360. You go 340, 350, 360, 370, 380, 390, 400, 410, 420. 430, 440, 450, 460, 470, 480, 490. On the left side is our birth, 490. 500, 510. We come into this life through the 51 Mars. 420, 24 times 420. I like that. I like that. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals to 8 and 6. There is a division in that gate. That is a day's mirror. Day's mirror. Let me just write that down, just for me, so I can put that into my head up here. 24 by 420. First, I'd like to do 24 times 24. 576. That is absolutely insane. Do you know what you just said? Let me do this again. 24 times 420. 24 times 420. Okay. That's amazing, because 1080, first of all, is from the star system is created from 88, which is the seventh gate. 80 is also bronze. 80 is said as 4 times 20 in French. It's an obligation in French. We only do 60 as a whole, but when we pass 60, after 69, or 3 times 3, 3 plus 3, everything changes in French. Hebrew also, we have a change. Okay, I'm going to go over that another time. And I like the way it shows it to me between Tate and Yod and counting. I'm not sure exactly when they use this because I hear a lot of stories because there's multiple ways of counting, right? So the crazy thing is now tell me I'm going to get this wrong. 24 times 24 equals 576. Now, if I go 24 times 240, it's 5760. And that is 4 times 1440. It's also to note it to be the year 2000, or 4 times 500 equals to 2000. So there's something about, the Gregorian time and the Hebrew time, and also to note that the 1440 gets reduced to 500 when you're turning around the calculators. Now, it just might be a coincidence that the 1440, 144 equals to 9, and the 5 equals to the 5, because the reverse cube, right, of 5 and 4 is going to be 3 and 2. That BC world that we live, that EIO on the farm. This is 4554. To the 4 void, to the 5 dot, to the 5 void, to the 4 dot. Now, if I would be counting, 4 and 4 is 8. My movement was 4. 5 and 5 is 10. My movement is 1. 1 and 8 come together right over here. But if you want to go mathematically, also what works is there's 8 around here. 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 8 went down 1 to 7. 1 and 1 is 2. 1 went up 1. 3 with the 6 void. If I go 6 and 6 equals to 12, 1 and 2 equals to 3. The 6 went down to 3. If I go 3 and 3, it equals to 6. It went up 3. Let's do another one. If I go 5 and 5 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. I went down 4. But if I took the 4 areas and added another 4 to it, I would go up 4. So the 9 is absolutely perfect. Now, if you'd like to, I just want to see this one more piece here. 420 would be 8 in French. How weird is that? Right. 360 by 100 by 24, 100 circles a day. We can do the 100 circles a day, or how else can we do it? By 25s? I have to look deep into a little bit deeper into that. Moon 1/3 times 3 and 2/3 equals to the earth. That works. That works. So man gets the 13 at the bar mitzvah, right? Comes to man. And I'm not going to say what happens to the 23. And 23 is a level up from 13. 23 is also the reconnection of, there's so many things that are going on. I can't find it. Right over here. See, number 23 matches up right over here on this X. 14, 1 and 4, 5 matches up on a Y. Now you have over here on X, number 2 and 3 matching up. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the X and Y 1, 2, 3, 4 is the X and Y chromosome, bringing everything together. Everything comes through the X and Y. So if you want to refer to that as the chromosome, that's fine. But this is not the first area. And we also have to note the cycle, 3 years and 1 year. So that's a basic cycle. So now we're going to go another 3 years and 1 year. That's
a half cycle or a third or 2/3 cycle. Now we're going to go another year, another 3 years and a year. Now we got 12. Now we have the full basic ruler. The next movement will take us into the next cycle. Just give me a minute, because it's always packets of 3 and then 1 and 3 and then 1. And even when you have a pyramid or something, I'm just trying to see if I can make some kooky thing here. Here, 1 second. How do we do this? Oh my God. Can I do this? I don't think I can do this. I don't know. Can I do this? Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can do this. Put together some tape here. Put together some, let me see. Let me see how this is. Put together some tape here, right? And then we're gonna put together that piece here. We need a piece over here, right? We need another piece. Let's fold this one here. We're gonna get another piece of tape. See if we can do this properly. And then we get a piece of tape. I don't think this is the way it's done, right? Maybe a piece of tape. Anyways, we'll keep it like that. So when we put this together, right, and we put that together, the 3 sides, we also have to remember that it connects in a base. The question is, what is that base? I mean, were the sailors wearing that hat? Where was the base? So that 4th area is going to connect the 3 areas. Perhaps that's why we have the extra 24 hours in that leap year. Don't know. Just give me a minute. Going to get a glass of water in the kitchen. Let in the cat. If you want to take a 1-minute break, if you want to come back and understand different actualities in the artwork of that reality, if it's possible that this can happen. Now, I tried to base things off of a calculator because a lot of people know about this. I think they can believe in this. I think people can see this. They can understand this. They play games with this. They can see the logic. Others will look at a deck of cards. They'll pull it out. They'll see it. They'll see 10. At the same time, they'll see 5 up and 5 down. They'll see 5 up and 5 down. They'll see a queen with 2 eyes. They'll see the queen with a flower. They'll see the diamonds. Doesn't matter which way you put it. It's doubled. Call the diamonds for Venus, because Venus also creates double. The 2 for Venus here and the 2 for Venus here. Venus is 6 and 1, accent aigu. Venus is also 3 and 4. Understanding what's up and down when Venus is to the grave side, cutting of the ties, cutting of the dies. So let me get a few more cards to note the 5, to note the 9. Unlike the 2, unlike the 3, 3 and 2 do not equal 5. But 5 and 9 can come together and equal to the same thing. 5 and 9 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5, 3 and 2 is 5. They're not the same. One is the X, the other is the Y. If you notice, this one comes with a center dot, the ace heart. You can notice that the 2 is 1 up and 1 down, as the 3 is 2 up and 1 down. You can notice the 5, the 4 corners of the 5 are the same as the 4 corners of the 9. And because I have the center, 5 is completely inside of 9. I don't need it. The 8 has a similarity to the 9, but they're not the same. They have the 4 corners. The 7 is like the 8, except missing the 1 dot. Here's another 7. If we go to the 6 card, you will notice that 6, 7, and 8 are all linked together with the 6 on the outside. And again, in the 6 are the 4 corners of the 4. The 4 is included in the 5, the 6, the 7, the 8, and the 9. The ace is included in the 3, the 5, and the 9. Akai. Ace. ACE. 1, 3, 5 are AC and E, and that ace is included in those 3. And in the I, and ACE, or 1, 3, 5, equals to what is I9. So you know that ACE are all included inside the 9. You also note that the numeric value for love and the letter M, how it's going to come together, that 13th letter, how it's going to come together. I want to get to that without getting lost. I don't know where to go when I get these. When I get comments, I don't have any questions. I do want to say that I do lose myself sometimes, right? I also want to show you that. Look at that 808 bicycle card, right? 808. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 16 and 64 is that 80. It's the bronze world. 808 is actually, if you want to draw that up, you end up with 2 hearts with an O in the center. Love and 2 hearts will come into 88. I'm going to get my drink in a second, just put the camera up somewhere else. But for now, let me just show you this 88. You remember what we were talking about before? This is your EIEIO. I forgot to mention your 6 and 3 is what is your 3 and 2, and your 5 and 4 is what is your wait a second. I did that wrong. So just give me a second to make a correction. Is your 2 and 3, and this one is your 1 and 4. Where the 14 was, let me take a look. Where the 14 was, I had a Y come up. And where the 2 and 3 was, I had an X come up in my design. They're both 5s. This is A, D, and B, C. Your 8 times 8 equals to 64. Your 8 plus 8 equals to 16. 10 and 0, 7. So you get 17, and over here you get 80. You get 1 and 7. If you want to move 71 minutes, you'll get 1 minute and 11. If you want another 71 minutes, you'll get 222. If you want another 71 minutes, you'll get 333. And this is the beginning of your rotation before you turn over to the next element, which will be 444. Inside of here, it'll be 284 minutes. 240 plus 44, dividing the day and night. 16 and 8 equals to 24. 7 and 6 with 8. The star system, multiply and add. This one gets a 0, 8. So we're only working with 0 and 8. To note that Mars and Saturn are going to connect to the 6, where Earth and Uranus are going to connect to the 7. Numeric value for Earth, 52. Numeric value for Mars, 51. 5 and 1, 6. 5 and 2, 7. V1 and V11 taken to note. This is where the M is going to come into play. Your 88, or how about window? Now, if we're talking about window, we can talk about this. We can talk about purple, right? There's 2 different basic kinds of windows. We have this window here, and then we're going to have the split up window. I think they call it the Trinity window over here. We have 4 and 9. We have the ID coming in. 4 4s inside 9. Somehow 5 fits into here. The purple, they're all equaling to 88. The thing about this, if you went around the ring 4 areas, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals to 10. We have the 5 and 6 side equals to 11. We have window 10, window 11 out of window 88. Let me see what else I did, what I didn't do. I want to do the letter M. I need to explain this a little bit more. We're going to explain this a little bit more when we come to this in the alphabet. Okay, the reverse of that is D, right? Is D4. When we come to this in the alphabet, it'll be hold on, hold on. The 23rd letter, no, yes, D4 for W23. I'm not looking at the X right now. I'm not looking at the Y. If I looked at the X and the Y, this would be C3 and this would be B2Y. The 14 is going to be the 13M. This is how the 13M. Remember, 13 and 23 goes up one level. 1 and 3 is 4. 2 and 3 is 5. The male is going to take this position while the female takes this position. Don't look this as humans. Look at it as differences. The reason for that is the bar mitzvah and the bat mitzvah. They tell me that at the end of 156 moons, I have ended the time where I could not bring Humpty Dumpty into this world sitting on a wall. You know, the sentence ends when Humpty Dumpty has the great fall, right? When you have Humpty Dumpty, but Humpty Dumpty has to be alive, right? So we need to bring Humpty Dumpty alive. So we have to get 63 and 54 to come together in order to transfer the 71 over to the 19 before the BOY or girl is now into this world as the third part of the two parts of creation. Did that make any sense to anybody? The male organ, right, is 63. The female organ is 54. The total is 117. 11 and 7. Talking about this cube. This cube is 11 and 7. It's 1331. This cube is also going to tell you about the year. It's going to tell you about 13 cycles of 28. The reason for that, I forget. I have to remember. So now that I said that and put my foot in my mouth, I'm going to have to explain myself before I can get away from this. So just give me a second. I have to look back on what I said to see what I said. Right. Okay. So what it is when you have one on this side, and this is what it actually looks like. This side or Rubik's Cube would have 9. So you have 8 missing and 1. Here, you have 3 missing and 6. So when you have 6 and 1, 7, you have 8 missing and 3, 11. So that 11 and 7. So when you multiply 11 times 11 times 11, it equals to 1331 or equals to 8. When you add 11 and 11 and 11, it equals to 33 or 6. The 2 times 4 that Mr. Messer was talking about, okay, and 2 plus 4 will equal to that 8 and 6, equaling to what is the house planet. 41 also says home. 14 is what is created by that division of 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equaling to 8 and 6. We now enter to where number 14 is located at the letter Y. Can we call it the Y chromosome? And it's the Y of 111. Why is it the Y of 111? Because the connection 111 connects to 360 degrees or the first 36 numbers. 1 through 18 equals to 171. But when you add up the center of 36, the center of 36 numbers is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, where they connect. I'm going to just show you over here. And then we got to take a 5-minute break or something like that. Hold on, not this. Sorry about that. Not that. This over here. Now, I want to look for another picture. I have another picture of my floor, and I just want to see if I can bring it up here. Let me see if I can go.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if I should bring this up and just show you this over here. So let me move my camera around, right? Yeah, so we have that. And whoop, I just messed up here. Well, anyways, yeah, let me just keep that picture in that we had. It'll be easier. So you can see over here on the right where the Y is, and then you can see where the X is, and then you can see these other in-between Ys, right? Where they're standing, where they're split. When they're split, they're like V's, right? When they're like V, it could be Roman numeral also as well as V5. The one line can be equal to what one is. So we can see that the V that's split and the one that comes in between. Anyways, this area over here, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 equals to 111. You can see the elongated, okay, the elongation over here, or it's turning around like a chalice on all sides of that design, consuming that there are more than three sides or three sides and then four sides to understand what would come out of here, right? You can see the way the octagon connects over here, right? And through putting this octagon, it creates these hexagons, right? And then this squares over here. See the Y that shows up here, the X that shows up here. These are absolute obligations. And this design comes from the roulette table when you connect the reds and the blacks together, just following the basic rules, right? This also could be done with X's and O's. I've never tried it with any other letter other than what comes to be. You can see the diamond shape over here, right? Well, that's where 26, 28, 31, and 29 come in. Your birth, your February comes in. Also, over here, it's 10, 13, 11, and 8. So there's two of them. So over here was your 16, 17, 18, 21. This is where the cube is. This is 111. And if it was switched, if the alphabet was switched, it would be 131. And that's how the cube works, 131, the electric moon. So where was I? What did I do? We were talking about the how we end up with the year. You see, there's 13 moons at 28 days equals to 364. So we have 7 by 7 by 7 equals to 343, plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 equals to a total of 21. We have 364. When we add 1 through 13 for the 13 moons, it equals to 91. The spirit is also number 91. And if you want to take it as 10 and 9, we know it creates the mirror worlds of our vibration, DCB. At the same time, it's also noted to be as A, because I don't know if it's 9 plus or 9 minus. The French tell me to say 10, 9. I also know that 10, 9 is on the other side of 18. I know that when I'm running 360 degrees, I'm going to have 18 here and 18 here. It's going to be a split. I therefore know that when I start on this side, before I get to this side, right? And if I do that, and if I go T minus, and you're counting down, where are you counting down from? If I'm counting down T minus, right, the T will be 20. My next number will be 19, and then I'll be on the other side. The T, would that be my starting point? T equals to 220. You know, your 110 equals to 220. So you're counting down, and it's ironic that these two come together. It's telling me about location. The 19th is your AI. It brings two systems together. Everything can be mapped out. All my work comes from somewhere that you can find. Then we're going to get to the letter M after this and show you how the letter M works itself into the, let's call it sun cube, the sun, the moon. Let me see what the comment is here. Then we're going to take a couple of minutes off. Mercury 3032, Venus 7520, Moon 2160,
Earth 7920, all four 2632 divided by 4 equals 5158. So what else can we do at Mercury? Note that Mercury is also numeric value 103. 103 is also JC, also for the mirror world of creation. If we wanted to run Mercury in the long count, I'm going to do 103 times 3. Let me do this. Mercury is 103. Remember, when we can do our work, we do the basic, and then we do the add-on. You get your computer, and then we put the add-on into the base of what we need to live with. So Mercury is 103 times 3 equals 309 plus 4 plus 9 plus 3 plus 9 plus 7. 13 and 12 is 25, 32. Mercury will get 341. I like that. I like that. It works out for me. Well, it's always going to work out. There's always going to be a story. Where do we have next? We had Venus is 81. And we're going to work out Venus 81 times 3 is 243. Do note that the beast at birth is 9 times 47, and that's going to equal to 234. And to cap the beast, right, or to bring the negative of the beast and bring Jesus in, or energy, would be 9 times 74 equals to 666. If we take away the difference, right, it becomes 0, 37, 037, and the difference between here would be 433. Hold on a second. No, hold on a second. It's 432. I made a mistake. The difference here would be 243. Okay. 37. I'm just going to see 37. 37 times 18 equals. Okay. Just 1 second. We're going to go 1. We're going to go 3. We're going to go 5. And we're going to go 4, 9. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Did I get this right? 4 and 5 is 9, 13, 256. Okay. The beast is number 47. 9 by 47 is 423. I didn't mark that right again. It's 423. It's 423. 9 times 74 is 666. The difference is 243. 3 times Venus, 243, plus the addition in Messer's workshop, the way he multiplies a letter by 3 and then adds it to a single digit and re-adds it again. So this is 22 plus 4 is 26. 22 times 3 is 66 plus 4 is 70. This one here is 20. That's 90. Here is 47 is 137. Here it's going to be 63. 310 plus 3 is, whoa, let me do that again. Did I get that wrong? 70 and 20 and 47 and 63 and 66 and 57, 58. Let's see if I got that right. 90, 137, 200 and I didn't get that right, did I, eh? How did I get that wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters. 3 times 19 is 57 plus 1, 63 plus 3. Okay. 114, 161, 171, 181. Wow. I am definitely getting that wrong. How? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so now I did this yesterday. I was talking about knives yesterday. So knives and fives and wives, why we change the F for a V, and why in Spanish do we change the B and the V. It's just different levels of understanding the alphabet, depending on where their location. It just so happens that V is 11 times B. Yeah, so I'm trying to understand. So just give me a second. 90, 137. Wow. I don't know why I'm getting 243 for Venus, 256. And then when I do the word again, it's not working out. V is 22 equals to 70. Okay. Plus E equals to 20. Plus N equals to 42. Plus 5 is 47. Plus U is 21 equals to 66. Plus S equals to 58. Equals to 261. How come I'm not getting it? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Why am I not getting it right? Why am I missing 18? I'm missing 66, 4. Okay, 90, 137. Let me do this again one more time before I waste anybody's time. 58 plus 66 plus 47 plus 20 plus 70. I got 261, and I don't know why. Oh, I forgot to add the other 5. Right, 261. I forgot to add the fourth 5. So it's 45531. And every word can be changed. Multiply everything. Multiply anything by 2, by 3, by 4, by 5. But if you're multiplying by 2, multiply 1 through 9 by 2. And then add to a single digit after. Or reduce it. Multiply it by 3, by 4. But when you multiply it by 3, or by 6, or by 9, you'll be surprised with the results. Okay, so now we're going to take that 2-minute break. I'm going to check out what's going on, and I'm going to come back here and see what I can. I want to talk about the letter M and AI. Let me just see where we are here. Let me see where we are. Oh, I smell some Danishes outside. You know what? Just 1 second. Wow, this is crazy. It's telling me that I have no idea what it's just told me. 21 something. Boy. Okay, just taking a 2-minute break. Okay, so give me a minute. Oh, I'm still in front of the camera, right? So just give it a minute, everybody. Adam and Eve, best A, stab E. Best A, stab E. Beast. Also in beast, let's look at east. Now let's look at it in French. Let's look at it in Hebrew. Let's look at it in Spanish. Let me hear. The other day I was listening to a woman sing in Chinese, and I was hearing something completely different. If they would have just kept repeating it, I was hearing other words. The same as I have, wow, somebody's cooking Danish outside. That's really bothering me. Also this. I'm not sure if you can see it. I'm just going to see if I can see it on my camera. I'm not sure if you can see this, right? Not sure how far I have to move it back. Okay, you have to move it back about this far. And now you can see, look at these black lines, these jiggity lines, right? See these jiggity lines here? If I hold it back a little bit more. You don't have to look down here. I just duplicated. I just put this page over this page.
See where it says the CC over here? Should I choose another color? Will something else come out if I change the color to it? Can't see anything there. What would happen if I did that? Can't see anything there. Can't see anything here. Can't see anything there. But what you can see is all these letters that all got darkened out, right? So all the closed letters are already telling you a story. So we're going to knock ourselves out of there. I don't know if you want to take a look at the ceiling, but we're going to leave it for about a minute or two, or let me take 3-4 minutes, and then I'm going to get back with you. When you put a chip on 3 numbers in roulette, you get paid 11. Now you put down the original 3, right? On 3 numbers, you are going to get back 33. If you just put 1 chip on the 11, you get 11 plus 1, 12 for 3. If you choose 2 numbers, it's 17 to 1. So this is what happens. This is 11 plus the 1. Let's call them chips. I don't know if they're CPU, right, on ice. So this will equal to 12. Now, if you go ahead and you bet these 2 numbers, right, here you bet the 3, here you bet the 2, it's 17 and 1. And don't forget the 3 areas. So that's a 3 area, and that's a 2 area. Now, if you put a chip, right, on the 4 areas over here by putting that chip right over here, that'll be 8 plus 1. This one equals to 9. This one equals to 3. This one equals to 9. If you put a chip directly on one area, it pays 35 plus 1 equals to 36, which is another 9. But if you want to take a look at something, it's you get paid 8 to 1. 3 and 5 is 8. 1 and 7 is 8. This here is 1 area. This here is 4 areas. This here is 2 areas. When it's 3 areas, right, you end up with the reduced number over here of 11 slash what is 2. Each one of these has their own story. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 is 8 and 7. 3 times 5, 3 plus 5 is 15 and 8, equaling to 23, equaling to 15. 2 and 3, 5. 1 and 5, 6. How these two come together. 5 and 6, 11. That's our base creation. When you choose 12 numbers and you put 1, okay, you get 2 to 1. So you end up with 3. You end up with your base creation.
My coffee is ready, or my hot water is ready. I'm going to get it. Going to come back. Give me 2 minutes if you have any questions, because right now I'm just going off the top of my head, and I do not know where you want to go or what you want to talk about. You want to talk about the Bible and God and everything else. Well, give me the numbers, give me a word, and all I'm going to do is take the word apart, explain the letters. If you show me a letter, I'm going to tell you 2, 3, 4 other things about that letter. I'm going to show you where to go and find it, because all the information I have came on planet Earth. Somebody created the alphabet. Oh my God. Somebody created a cube, put dots on it. Look, what is this? I don't know, but I know a lot of people in the world, they call it Scotch tape. So boom, Scotch. Got to put that Scotch there, right? And now, I don't know, could be the mirror, right? It's got a name. It's got letters in it. Every letter tells a story. Now we're going to take all these letters and all these stories and put them together and say, what does it say? What does it say? Well, right now it says the male and the female, when they come of age, they are 13 and 14. They are the moon. They are the sun. They are the separation of two sides, two of the pyramids, A through M and P, AM and PM in basic. They are what splits the alphabet, but doesn't split the 24-hour day. Because we only have 24 hours, how come we're not working with the alphabet with 26? Because our base creation is A and B. We can remove the A and B and just work with the final C through Z. And now we have our 24, because A and B is the beginning. And note that A, right? Note that number 9, right? You just have to note that number 9 is played in the heart of number 8. So it's all of, like, I and R are the heart of everything. Perhaps the 18 on the high side and the 9 on the low side is in the center of everything. So when you see I and R together, 3 times 6, 3 plus 6, which creates the house of 8, number 27. When you go to the center of Rubik's Cube, it's also the 27th area that's controlling 3 rotations of 6 sides. 3 and 6 equals 18, and 9 equals I and R, and the truth is the truth of what the actuality came to be. You know, it's funny. I'm cleaning my little thing here with water, right? Make it nice and clean. Make it nice and clean. Use that water. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Use that water. What water? Where's the water? It's hard water. We've been living with this hard water, this manipulated water, right? We're real people. We have so much power we don't know. It's how we choose. It's all how we choose, right? You want to stay with, you want to be in the price on, right? You want to live in the prison for our kids, pay that 50%, 60, 70% tax every single year, right? Day in, day out, because somebody says you have to pay it. You know who's collecting it? It's you and me making the collections. You and me making the payments, right? There's no obligation. There's absolutely zero obligation, right? Everybody's afraid someone's going to take something else away from somebody. Guess what? We're the only ones. We're the majority. We can just stop in our tracks right now. Just stop. Stop right there before you go any further, right? You're on third base, right? You're on third base. The ball is hit to the outfield. Just stop right there. Because on third base, in order to get to third base, if we're not hitting, we're going to walk. We're going to get a free pass all the way over to third. And a free pass consists of 12 balls, other than striking out, right, which is 3. So the low side is you struck out, or you had 16 balls and you came home, you got an RBI. Remember, RBI, R and I, you got 99, you came home, you scored in the house of 8. Now, I'm not sure how strong this coffee is going to be, because I didn't get all the water I wanted. And I'm going to put a little cream in by putting my finger in it. Just give me a second.
Kitty cat. Where's that kitty cat? Are you outside? Where's that kitty cat?
Anybody see one of these trays ever? Star in the center of 4, connecting 4. And then inside every 4, the corners are all 3s. So we have 3, 6, 9, 12 in rotation of 1, 4. And look, the sign for communication is right here. This is the sign for Taurus. So you put one circle over here, and each one of these will draw an eye. And then we can extend from here. You can have the flower of life served to you on a tray. And that's where everything is 3 and up. So when you go 3 and up, you're 8, okay? And you're 7, okay? You're 15. Will it go into here? 15 plus 3 plus 6, right? 24. You take all of this, right? All of this, and you shoot it into here, right? It shouldn't be done that way, but all this empty space, 8. All this empty space, 7. All this empty space, 6. 6, 7, and 8. 21. So you have 6, 7, and 8. 21 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. You have 27, the center of this cube. If we flip it to the other side, the empty space is 3 and 5 and 4. 3, 4, 5. 5 and 4 is 9, and 3 is 12. So we have 12 plus 11 is 23, and 4 is 27. Absolutely perfect. Now I think I'm going to show you the AI through this. Just give me 1 minute. I had going to. Okay, where was I? Okay. Well, you know what? I want to keep it. I like the color. It looks a little blue. You know, I look a little bit like aged. My father was ID'd the other day going to the liquor store. Said, Dad, you're too old to drink. So let's do the AI bit. All right. Just have to, where was I? Just 1 second. I'm looking here. Well, I can't find it. I need to find it. Whoop, hold it. Okay. I wanted to see if I can share this a little bit, but I just can't. So what's going to happen and how we bring AI into this is in this system here, we're not going to count the eye. I will draw a picture of what I'm going to be doing. So what I'm going to do in the top section, So here I'm going to connect everything that equals to 9. Same thing. Looks like Roman numeral. Looks like 11. I didn't use the number 9, so I put the I over here. Now here's where I don't use the number 1. And I'm going to connect what is 2 and 9, 3 and 8, 5 and 6, 4 and 7. So now I connected what is 9, 11. And I don't use AI. The moon and the birth both come in with that AI inside of it. 3 by 19, right? 3 by 19 equals to 57. Also may constitute as A. The plus side to this is 57. The reduction side to this is 10 minus 9 equals 1A. We're taking the mirror and the vibration. The DCB equals to 9 to what is the ABCD equals to what is 10. So if we ever see G coming together, we might understand we're looking at this. Where do I get my information? Well, ABC converted to 1, 2, 3, and 4. DCB converted to 4, 3, and 2. You get 4, 3, 2 out of 1, and here you get ABC, and here you get 6. So we have to understand that through ABCD, we both get both what is DCB and ABC, and the alter of what is ACD7. And this is where we work. We work at ACD7. We come into life's vibration over here. And I'm not sure if it's how the Holy Ghost and the Spirit and the soul come together. Noted that the soul is number 67, which is 9 inverted, and the day of man's creation on day 6. Two writes them all. Like, can you explain what do you mean by two writes them all? Inside it, how does two write them all? Is this 1 and 1 and then 1, 1 and 1? I'm not really sure. I know that if I created a dimensional 2, see, this would be an earth 2, right? Because I can't split it down the center. The only way to split this down the center is to run a line like that. Star of David, missing a corner. Okay, so what happens is when you're using 3 areas, you can't go down the center. Look at this. Don't look at all these squares. Look at this as one big square. I can't go down the center because I can't guess. So I have to go to this corner, to this corner, to this corner. When I go this way, I go this corner, to this corner, to this corner. Now, what I'm doing is here, I'm going from the right to bottom left. Here, I'm going from the top left to the bottom right. I don't know the equation for this yet. Inside my other one, where's my other one? I don't know if it's on the next page. Yeah, it's on the next page here. What happened here? Okay, although I started the top left, right? Top left to bottom right, top right to bottom left, position 2, and top left, position 3 into bottom right, or 8, right? When I went this way, I went down. You see, I went down the same way. I should have been going up the opposite way. So when I go down, and then I go up, and then I go down, I end up creating what is the H and the I, other than taking it apart. And if you take a look right in here, right, you can almost see like this is the tower going all the way down. And this is, you know what I'm saying? It's going up and all the way this way. And this one will do the same thing. So in the center, we have X, and all this, we all half spaces. Call all the halves 5, call all the X 10. Although the true value for each one of these spots, the true value, according to what basically is this, is when you add 1 to 9, it equals to 45. So if I'm splitting these in half, I'm going 2.5 times 4, which is 10 plus 10. That'll equal to 20. So here's different ways to connect this. When you connect this, you end up with 365.47, which is the time of the year, how much time goes by. Time, I figure, is lost to 22, which is some kind of association with the clock, or it's a lost time because we're living the time of life in our bodies. 22 is noted to be ape. 22 is noted to be monkey. 22 is go. It is the V letter. When you write V in French, it also denotes, for example, the 22nd letter also explains 5. Roman numerals. It's also connected to Earth and Mars, also connected to Neptune. Right? Then we have it over here, and you can see, if we can get the multi-dimensional, you can see the way it's going down. See the way it's going down? I'm trying to see if I can see it, because I'm programmed my eyes to see it, but I'm trying to see if we can go down to that. I'm just going to see if we can go down to those corridors. And then you can see how many shoes there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8 shoes. There's one core center. I would call this the Mars center. This is Earth. This is Mars. Earth has a separation between the left and the right. Since this is R, this is L, the 12th letter and the 18th letter, what's ironic is that the combination of numbers is 12 and 18. Also noted the 12th letter is LO, and this one is RI, right? LOIR. I'm just going to see what it is. So 1, 4, 7, 12, 3, 6, 9, 18. Moonshine. I didn't do that. 27, 37, 47, 55. 5, 19, 28, and 8 is 36, 46, 55. Wow, I like that. 55 and 57. That's absolutely incredible. I love that. Sky Pass, Electric Moon, Moonshine, talking about spirit, spirit pirate. Pirate and spirit also go to internet, the Wi-Fi connection. So we've gone through this. We did tic-tac-toe. See the separation of 8, almost like in the game of pool. High side is 96, 4 by 24. We do have to also note that 4 by 24 going to the mirror side to what is 3 by 24. No, not 3 by 24. Sorry, I didn't want to do that. 3 by 23. I shouldn't have done it this way. 3 by 23 equals to 69. 4 by 24 equals to 96, right? So this is Earth and Mars. See the way the 3 and 4 are over here. Now, if I would have went 3 times 24, it'll equal to 72. If I would have went 4 times 23, it'll equal to 92. I don't remember what I was doing. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see for myself that the 2 and 2 came together to where our birth into the gateway, to where our 6 and 6 came together. And then we have our, you see that? It's exactly the same in this one. I'm trying to understand this, how to explain it. What I can basically say is there's a split over here, or they come together in polarity, as the same way as the 4 is opposite the 3. So therefore, the 23 will be opposite the 24. And I think that's basically what this was about. The actuality of this is 23 plus 4 is 27. 24 plus 3 is 27. So I'm just going to see what this multiplication here, 4 by 23, 4 times 23 is 92, right? And then 3 times 24 is 72. Okay, I did do that. Okay, just wanted to make sure. The IT system in the house of bait. So let's go back, see where we got to. Yeah, so we spoke about AI, right? But it's not only just this. I'm going to show you this calculator and this, but first I want to look at some of the message. Okay, binary. I need to understand binary. Is that singularity binary, or is it because you need that if you have a center to something, you're going to have an outside, right? How would you work binary? I know 1, 2, 4 is the binary creation right here, right? That's our 0, 0, 0. So our opposite to that binary beginning will be 6, 5, 3. There's our binary, 365 days a year. That was on the cross. Bible saying to Adam, let me read this, and then I'm going to finish off with my M. Binary numbering, binary words. What are binary words? Binary. Binary means two-way, right? That's why we're going through, and 3, 4, 5, 6 are all binary, right? Bible says by Adam. 2 creations, 1 true Genesis, 127. One added through 27 equals to 378, because I just know what 1 through 26 is. By says to creation. BLE 235. Isn't that funny? I was looking for that number before. Bible says to Adam, it's also related to Jesus. Adam and Jesus also directly compete in terms of creation. Yes, monkey hear, monkey do. Very good. Thanks for reminding me about this. Monkey do no evil. Okay, very good. Add that in. I need to write that down. When you say monkey do, it starts with a D, so monkey see and do. So it's a separation of the monkey, the two sides. Equation, equate, equator, division. All equations show nothing is one. Overlap, sharing above and below. Well, 1, 2, 3 equals 6, and 1 times 2 times 3 equals 6. Here they say universe, meaning one, meaning possibility is that in the uni of the verse, meaning the united, right? United, right? Let me UNI. So when you say you and I, right, you wrote it down. It's you and I because you wrote UNI, universe. The verse revolutions, living in between all of the universe is here's a universe, here's a universe, here's a universe here, and you put them all together, you got that. You got a blocked universe. Everything comes out to that, look, a blocked universe. And I poke this in this hole here, and then it goes in that hole there, and that hole is on this side, and this one's on this side. You know what I'm saying? Then we have the hole that's plugged up to the sky, right? And everything just spins around this one, right? It's just spinning around this one. Possibly that it spins around this one, but there's 4 of them. So is this one turning in here, turning this? I don't know what's going on. Okay, I don't want to get into losing myself to myself. Well, yeah, Earth is 2 hearts. The one Earth connecting the 2 sides, and then the pin and lock rotation, right? We can pin and lock in this rotation. We have 7 over here. We have the two Earths coming together with the core here, the emptiness, and the ocean will fill that in. So you would have the 7th gate in the ocean. If we all know what this is, right? I can encapsulate it this way, and then right? And I'm leaving over these 2 spaces. This space and this space here and this space are on the outside. This space here, although it seems like it's on the inside, I never use that space. When I started to create this design, I went here and here and here, right? Like marathon, right? See that marathon? And then I did the M here. So the M back to back will create this. And then I added on the C. And now you have MC coming together. Should we be doing that? Can we saying it that way? I don't know. It's a question we have to work together about this. So let me move on. We had the ACD. Remember I did before ABCD, right? Now, do I do a complete reverse alphabet? Because if I do a complete reverse alphabet, I'm going to get this. Your 10 is going to equal to 98. Did I get that right? 98. 10 equals to 98, which gets cut down to equal into 17, your 17Q. That's what it narrows down to. The birth in the heavens, the divided heavens. 8 different hearts can be fitted onto here, right? Actually, not at the same time. It's you put one here and you put one here, just like we did here. So all I was able to do was 2 on this dimension. Here I can do 1 here. Let me see, did I do that right? The corner here with these 2, right. I can do 1 here, and then I can do 1 here. And I can't do this one because all I'm going to have is 1 cube. This cube's going to end up going and saying 7, 3, 7, 3 when I do this. And when I do it on the other side. And then in between here, it's going to go 2, 2, 2, 2 all the way around. Why? I'm going to try and explain it to you. Is you see this here? When I take this corner cube and I use this corner here, can I use a marker? Right? I'm going to use the center area and this cube over here, right? All the way to here. So I'm going to use the cube on this corner. I'm going to use the cube here and the cube here. The cube here will have 2 colors. This cube here will have 2 colors, here and here. This one will have 3 colors. So we'll have 2, 3, 2. Then I'll have one over here, 2, 3, 2. And that'll be 7 here and 7 over here, and then 3 over here and 3 over here, because all I'll be left with is one cube on the corner with 3 colors on it. And I can do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to have 32 as my total covering the corners. Then I'm going to have 2 here and 2 here, and then 2 here and 2 here. So I'm going to then get 8 more colors. I went around this way. Now I'm going to go around this way, and I'm going to get 8 more colors. I went around both ways. So what do we have? We have 14, 17, 20, 36. Oh, yes. And I think we go around 8 more. And then we have the ones we don't count in the center, and there are 6. I pray to get the 50 to 54. 14, 17, 20, 28, 36, 44, 50. I'm missing 4. I don't know where they are, but I'm a little bit tired here. So look at that, 1 hour, 44 minutes. When the two make peace with each other in one house, they will say to the mountain, move away, and it will move away. We play a hockey game. It's one house shared by 2 teams, by the offense and the defense. The one in between 2, bringing the 2 together. The one is only the option for bringing the 2 together and harmonizing, like the metric system, I believe. So let me get on to explaining what I did right at the beginning. Okay, and right at the beginning, I started with this. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. M in French, when you say the letter M or MA in French, right? The letter M says love. If you look up the word what aim means, or if you want to just keep it low, aim or I am. Inside the word MA is mare, meaning ocean, matter and energy coming together. The three oceans expressed in R, or matter and energy. We don't have to look at it that way. AI, bringing the two systems together, the divided systems, everything from 8. Although A is a letter, you can also see that the D and the C are put together to create this. You also see a bar in the center of the A, which could be used for the H. It can also be used for the I letter if you turn it, but then the A will show an arrow pointing in a direction. It's also noted to be within the flesh, because the arrow within the flesh, the word arrow is going to be the word flesh, which means arrow, and not FLESH. But to an English person, child listening, they're going to think about the flesh. The M letter, or MA, is when you put AM or AME, what you're going to get is am, and that is soul. The I letter sounds like an E in French, and you might be bringing the soul within this, A, M, and E, and inside to like, or to, I like to say MA, right, is inside the word is soul, AME, and then you have I and R that are the core, which are the heart of your 9. Inside a block of 4, there is no heart. It's a cross, split of all these letters. How things come together in 4, I'm not really complete with that. But I do know that in the design, right, that in the design, that, hold on a second, I'm just trying to see where I was in the design. Where we have this one over here, right? And it touches here. It's connected to here and here. I just put one area on top of it. It connects all 4. This area in the center of the 4 block, you remember I said I'm not sure what the 4 block is, but one of the blocks in the 4 blocks is connected to the heart. So it's either 1, 2, 4, 5, or 2, 3, 5, 6, or 5, 6, 9, 8, or 5, 4, 7, 8. So you're always going to have that 3 block connected to this 5 block over here. And this 3 block over here, right, like in Rubik's Cube, is 3 colors and 2 colors and 2 colors. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 connected to 1 color. 1 and 7, your 17Q. Doesn't matter which way. So when you got 11, 20, 28 to this corner, 13 and 11, 24, 9 and 7, 16, and then 6 and 6, 12. Well, you can see 8 and 8, 6 and 6. The reverse cube, right, of 4 and 4, 8, the 3 and 3, 6 is right over here. So that means the alternate must be down here. We were also talking about 9, 11 here. Well, when we go, 9, 11 was 1 over, 2 down. 2 down, 1 over, 11, 11. Now these two are the same and these two are the same, 11, 11. Now when you want to go to the next level, right, you're going to go 2 down and 1 over, 11. You're going to go 1 down and 2 over, 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 9, 2 over, 1 up. It's a chess move, right? 9, 2 over, 1 up is 13. 6, 1 down, 2 over. Here it's 2 over, 1 up. Here it's 1 down, 2 over. From 8, 1 over, 2 up. 9. From 7, 2 up, 1 over. If we want to do both sides of 7, we'll go 2 up, 1 over, 2. 2 over, 1 up, 13. Sorry, we have 9, and then we'll have 13. 13 and 9. If we want to work from 2, we're going to have 7 and, we're going to have 9 and 11, or we're going to have 9 and 13. 9 and 4 come together. There are, in this cube, there are the basic connections. 1 basic connection, 2 basic connections, 3 basic connections, and 4 basic connections. Forget about what these numbers say right now, but this is the way we can complete this star. Now, we always have to start from a point. I don't want to start from the center. If I do start from the center, all these center points will add up to 15. But I'm going to start from here and create my star like this way, and then halfway in between here. So this will be the 3 star. 1, 2, 4, 5. Halfway in between is 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 5. This is another way to look at it. So let me continue on with the M. So the M is the 13th letter. Let me try to keep up to me. I'm just hoping I go slow enough. So, and I already wrote this out, I guess. So M is the 13th letter. 1 and 3 equals to 4, right? The reverse letter is the 14th letter, okay? The first year of the coming of age, at the age of 12, where 156 moons is passing, you are going to celebrate the bat mitzvah for the ending of your 12 years. You can say, right, you're beginning your 12th year, but that would be a lie. On your next birthday, how old will you be? Please tell me. How old will you be on your birthday? Will you be 20, 30, 40, 50, higher or lower? It doesn't matter. Because when you are born, I want to know how old you are. I was just born. Look, I'm 1 day old. I'm 1 week old. I'm 1 month old. But until you complete 12 months, you are not 1 year old. You are just the days, the weeks, the months. And then you get to the year. And before anything is complete, you are 3 years old of 36 months. And then you are 4 years old of 48 months. Basketball, 12 minutes into the quarter. So when you reach the age of 12 years old, you have completed 12 years. Your bat mitzvah is celebrating the ending of the 12 years and the beginning of the new life from the 12 years plus. This is where the bat's mitzvah and the butts and the bar mitzvah and the bat's mitzvah comes in. I like to look at this as anytime you use the B, you'll use the Y. It'll be a female chromosome. Anytime you use that, we have to go to the moon, right? We go to the moon with the 25th chromosome. It's also part of the 32nd chromosome when moving everything into the 360 degrees, moving everything into 36 full formation. Unless we move into 180, and 180 is full formation, right? Because it's 1/2, because we should never be working more than 1/2, the first half of creation. Unless you want to move it into quarters, then we'll move into 90, because numbers show it's only 90. It's only 1/4 is your full formation. It's your 1/4 into the 3/4 that complete your formation. Your 90 plus 270 equals to 360. So your 120 plus 240 equals to 360, unless the 360 is not a number we should be working with. Maybe we should be working with 720. Maybe we should be working with 1440 and understand why and where it comes from. But let's continue on with the letter M. Okay. Let's see what else I have here. So since it runs by the moon cycle, the moon is number 57. Okay. The moon is number 57. 57. Which is 3 by 19, by the way, which is created by 1 times 3 equals 3, 1 plus 3 equals 4, times 3 equals 12, 4 plus 3 equals 7, 7 and 12 equals to 19, 1 plus 2 equals to 3 and 2, and here is the way we're going to show it. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is 3 and 4, 3 plus 4, 4 times 3, 7 and 12, 19. The 13 years or 169 moons pass before the man moon comes out, yet the female arrives at 12, but starting into the 13th year. The male is at 13, going into the 14th year. When you multiply and add, this will become a 7. Five and 4 is 9, 4 and 3 is 7, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, 1 times 4, 1 plus 3, the gateway and your birth. coming out of the moon, and this one stretches out from the sun. Number 54 will be that number in the sun. 45 is a passage. 45 are the same amount of numeric dots on here, or excuse me, added on here, and it says Fox 666. So let me continue. I don't think I said enough on the letter M. What the letter M does, okay, is when you're building the M, for me, this looks like 4. It looks like a 5. 5 divides the gate, the 6 and the 8. 4 times 2, 4 plus 2. And this is going to be where the Y shows up. The Y is going to show up over here on number 14, right? There's also going to be, it's also going to re-show up on number 5 on the lower side of the house through that roulette design that I showed you. And here we're going to get the 6, number 52. So when you have 4, 5, 6, you have this. You have also what is the 9 and 1. The 1 is this Roman numeral over here. And the 9 is the value letter that originally was, other than speaking the value of 1. 9 equals to also 42. They're reverse of each other on the cube, and they create the same situation, the gate. Unlike the 6, which will create 10 and 7 equals to 1703, and the 8 equals to what is 36 and 13 equals to 49 and 23. What is this? 36 minus 36 plus. So you end up with 4 and 5 over here, 8 and 3 over here. It's going to reflect the cube. This is going to be the passage in the sun. This one over here. So when you have 4, 5, and 6, you see what's being created. At the same time, since you have 2 of these ones, you can do this for 7, or you can do this for 3. Now you're going to include Uranus with Earth, your creation of the 7th gate. Or what you want is you can do V1 or V this, where Saturn and Mars will come together. So Saturn 93, Mars 51. The total is 54, and 51 equals 144. Did I get that right? 144. Saturn and Mars coming together. Just ironic. 9 and 5 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 3 and 1 is 5. These two over here is what you cycle in as your gateway. This is your Mars number. What's inside of that is 432, which is your vibration. That earth healing, right? Hertz, 88, passing through the portal. So this is your other thing for the M letter, right? So we have this. Now the question is, why do we have birth? Remember I spoke about sun and the moon. Why is it so ironic that the, that the birth is 54 and the sun is 54, that the moon is 57 and the birth is 57. And we note that 18 and 19, right, which is 1 and 8 is 9, and 1 and 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. This is where the AI systems come together, right? This is also where the 360-degree split is. So my question is, will we split between 18 and 19, or will we include 19 on this side? And instead of having 18 and 19, we'll have 190 degrees on one side and 170 degrees on the other side. When we have the 190 degrees, we bring in the moon. When we have the 170 degrees, oh, and this becomes the A world. This becomes the C world, right? Maybe the sea animals. And the reason for this is 19 will equate into the moon and AI, where 17 will be the alpha beta gateway. 7 and 8 come together through what is A and B. 1 with the 8 void, and the 2 with the 7 void, and the same thing is over here, and the same thing is over here, and the same thing is on the ATM. So that's the system we are using. I'm using the same system, the same numbers. So now what we came into, right, is let's look on the board. We're going to look on the board and we're going to be looking at sun and love. And what it is that love is 3645. All these numbers double up. 1 and 2 do not double up, but they come with 7 and 8. The 7th and the 8th letter is G and H and P and H. They both equal to 15. The 15 letter is the O. The O 15 is a representation of the quarter houses of Mars. Those 90 times 4 to equal to 360, the quarter houses of Mars inside Earth 3 cubed, which is 120 times 3. And when we say the 120 and the 90, the difference of 3 and 4 is the difference between x4 and y3. So now again, we have to put the y with the xy comes over here. Unlike the xx that we get with this, and we get this example over here, splitting the day and the night. And the reason for this is just what it says. 4 times 90 is 360. 3 times 120 equals 360. The y will show me 3 points. The x will show me 4 points. The o will show me 4 points. 7 and 8 equals to 15. The p is the 16th letter. 1 and 6 is 7. 8, 16 and 8, sorry, is 24. I did that wrong. This is the x. It's not the o, but it's still showing, instead of showing the 1 in the center to the diameter on the outside, it's showing the center to the diameter on the outside. It crisscrossed it instead of doing this. One of the reasons I believe for this is because of this and because of this. The only way through here is this way, through Mars. And one of the ways through, did I get that right? No. The only way through this one, let me see which one was it is. This is supposed to be 3. This is supposed to be the y, right? This is supposed to be the y. This one over here, I'm just having a little bit of trouble with something because I'm not using the dots, right? There's a difference between using the dots. See, when I do it this way, I can do this. Mars is a singular line that can pull through this way. You cannot draw a singular line through here, right? I can't draw a singular line through here. So my obligation is to do this. So this is discussable because my head's a little mixed up, right? Inside of this one, I can draw the straight line through, but this one I cannot. So I have to figure out which one is the y and which way am I going to go with this. But I do know that Earth is a 3 by 3 automatically. This is showing me the y. I just want to go down and see the comments, catch up in the comments, or maybe just finish off with this part. So what we can see over here, right, is that the 12 would convert to 5 by 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3 and 2, 5. E. We see the 7, right? We don't have the 7 yet. Also, the reverse alphabet, I'm just trying to see 2 times 2, 2 plus 2. The 22nd letter is V. 2 times 2, 2 plus 2 equals 4 and 4, 8. I'm just trying to see why what's missing over here, why this is like that. The word electric is 75, 31, 13, 31. Cube is 31. 13. What is number 13? Okay, let's not get into that right now. This is the half-life, 13, just to let you know about that. Let me go to this one over here. Y99. You see, I didn't do it in a while, and now I'm alphabet. Oh, right. Okay, the word is 13. Okay, and let me speak to you so you can see. So the word is 13, and the word 13 is 99. The word sky and space. The word sky is 55. The word space is 44. The word thir, T-H-I-R, is that 55, equaling to what is sky and pass, and space or teen equals to 44, dividing the day and night from 13, right? And 13 is going to match the moon. So you have 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is your 3 and 4, equaling to 7G. The reverse alphabet of 7G, or V11, also noted to be Earth, right, is going to be 20T. The total of 2 letters reverse is going to be 27, right? So now you get the G reverse becomes 27. You get the T reverse, it's 27. So now together, right, with the 7 and the 5, you have 5E, 7G, or 5G, and 20 and 22 is TV, so you have 5G TV. 222 is 1/4 of the star system. As we noted a little bit earlier on, I think, in the video. Now, I don't have it in here. Well, it doesn't matter. I'll just write it down, right? I'll just write it down. And 58, 62, 66, 70, 74, 78, 82, 86, and 90. When you add these up, they're all 222. And each one of these are their own equation. 6 times 2, 6 plus 2 will equal 12 and 8, 20 equals to 2. 5 times 8, 5 plus 8 equals to 40, and 13, 53 equals to 8. 6 times 6, 6 plus 6 is 48 equals to 12, equals to 3. 7 equals to 7. This equals to 39 equals to 3. This equals to 71 equals 8. This equals to 26 equals to 8. This equals to 62 equals to 8, and this one will equal to 9. And then you'll end up with this new part of a star system. 8 and 3 is 11. You have 13. 8 and 3 is 14. 15, this one is 18. 17 is 20. I don't know what this says. 32, 42, 52, 65. That's actually your 6 and 5 in between 2 and 9. Black and white. They're both 11s. It's in the 6-5 family. I'm not going to get into that right now. Let's leave that out. We just know that this star system will be 666, 666, 666, and 666. The total star will be 888 plus 666, right? Plus 666, 555. 8 and 6 is 14. 14, 14 all says DNA. It also equals to what is 5 and 4 or 29. 5 times 4, 5 plus 4. I'm just giving you the quick rendition. It'll run into the sun. It'll run into the IT system. 74 in energy or in Jesus, right? This one's going to equal to 29 and 11. It's actually 74, 29, 11. This one over here is 5, 10, 15, 24, and 7. 24 and 7 is 31. How did I get that? 5. Let me do this again. 5, 10, 15, 24, and 7 is 31. 31. Something's wrong with that. 5, 18, 23, 33, 41, 51, 61. Oh, I'm missing this, the G. It's 38. So it's 38, and then it becomes 11. This one here is 38 and 36, equaling to 74, while this one is 29 and 45, equaling to this. Where do I get this from? Single digit count. J gets reduced over to 1. E is 5. S is 1 plus 9 is 10. U is 3. 1 plus 9 is 10. The total here is 29, talking about the sun inside of this one. 1, 3, and 5, the divided sun, the quarter houses of creation. And this one over here is your energy, 74. It's talking about gold. It's talking about the primary source. It's talking also about the cube. 11, 11, 11 is this cube. I'm going to say it again. I've said it many times. When you look at the cube and you look at this, the face of the cube has 9. 9 on this side, 9 on that side. 18, 9 plus 9 equals to 18 high, minus the 1 dot and the 6 dot equals to 11. You have 7 and 11 equals to 18. You have 3 reverse sides. You have 11 and 7, 11 and 7, 11 and 7. If I count it as whole, I'll go 11 times 11 times 11 is 1331. If I go 7 times 7 times 7, it'll be 343. If I add this, it'll be 33. If I add this, it'll be 21. Look at all those threes. Regardless of the fact, 343 plus 21 equals to 364, which is 28 by 13 moons equals to 364 divided by 91 equals to a total of 4. 364 divided by 13 equals to 28. 364 divided by 28 equals to 13. 364 divided by 7 equals to 30. Is it 40? No, equals to 50. I think it was 52. Right, 52. 52 times this number. Each one of these are going to tell a different story. 4417. 4417. This is what's in control of our rotation. All around 1, which is the 6th position, to the 4 corners of the 7 cube. 1, 2, 7. Right, the 7 sides. Right, is that what it is? All the reverse is 7. Right, all the reverse is 7. This 7 months of 31 days, 4 months of 30 days. So now when we get to this, we're going to use this and this because that's on the ring side. Where you put your finger in, you put your finger into 11, but what goes around you is the 3 sides. So what you're going to get is you're going to get 22, 2 and 2, okay, equals 2. 2 times 2, 4. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 and 4 is 8. When you do 1, it's 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 3. And that's where we get the cube equaling to what is or look alike 38. Also represents club. As 83 represents monkey, monkey represents 10, also represents a bust. The reason for that is the 1.5 difference in the payout in blackjack and everybody calling for the monkeys. The letter M, we're going to get into another part of the letter M, how it's designed 4, 5, and 6, right? And when it's designed as 4, 5, and 6, okay, 4, 5, and 6, the reverse of 4, 5, and 6, right, is 3, 2, and 1. So now we have 7, 7, 7. Now, when we get into this, we also have to understand that the that the 6 dot, right, has the 3 void. That the 6 dot, right, is a 1 dot reverse with the 8 void. Right? So all we did is the letter M right now for M, M-A, M, soul. And now we're all of a sudden, we have the 6, the 5, and the 4, right? The Fed. We've got everything right there. And it's on the 3 key, if I can recollect. Then we have the 5 dot, okay, with the 4 void. And then we have the 2 dot with the 7 void. And over here, we're going to have the 4 dot, okay, with the 5 void. And here we're going to have the 3 dot with the 6 void. Whoop. So here we're going to have 20 and 9 equals 29. Here we're going to have 18 and 9 equals 27. Here we're going to have 20 and 9 equals 29. Here we're going to have 14 and 9 equals 23. Here we're going to have 18 and 9 equals 27. Here we're going to have 8 and 9 equals to 17. Did I get this right? 6 and 3, right? Now we're going to do this over here. This is going to equal to 6 and 7 equals to 13. This is going to equal to 24 and 11 equaling to 35. This one's going to equal to 10 and 7 equals to 17. And this one's going to be 28 and 11 equals to 39. I'm doing it to the plus side right now. Here it's going to equal to 12 and 7 equals to 19. And this is going to equal to 30 and 11 equaling to 41. And it's just ironic, right, that this is absolutely perfect. And all these are perfect. I'm gonna show you why. If I can, I'm trying to remember, right? Is that if I went 24 minus 11, it's going to equal to 13. If I go, you see this over here. Where is it? Where? Oh yes, over here. If I go 28 minus 11, it's going to equal to 17. If I go over here, right, we're going to go 30, right? 30 minus 11, it equals to 19. So you can see how perfect the cube is, that it works with the dot and the void. And this all extends through this one piece of art, and that is the letter M for love, where the letter M for love is 3, 6, 4, and 5, where L reverse O, where V reverse E. But in the family of love is CLU, and the next one would be FOX, and the 4 would be DMV, and then the 5 would be NEW. So give me, what is the clue to the Fox Department of Motor Vehicles, right? Now the reverse to Fox 666 is what is HQZ. The reverse of DMV, which is 555, okay, is going to be NEW. Did I get that right? No, this one is 4. Sorry. This one is 4. Hold on a second. Yes, this one is 4, and this one is 5. And the reverse of this is 444. Sorry about that. And this is going to be 555, and this is going to be DMV. Did I get that right? No, I did not. I'd like to just rip out this whole page. Let me do this again. Clue, Fox, what was the last one? DMV, 333666444. Let me see exactly what I was doing again. Oh, right, I was doing love. Okay, so L is CLU, O is FOX, V is DMV, E is NEW. So we're going to go ahead and just show you that we have the E, we have the V, we have the O, we have the L. So we can see that nothing comes from the first one. It comes from the second and the third one. We get the V. 22 and 32 comes together. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the reverse cube. What is the reverse cube of what is 3? It's going to be both 5 and 6, 11K. So I have to think if that's the way I want to go. Yes, it's going to be the K. So it's going to be BK and T. And the reverse of this in the cube is going to be HQ and Z. This is going to be what is, I'm trying to think if I'm doing this right. Just one second. Yes, this is going to be 222. This is going to be 333. Did I get that right? It's going to be 666. And this here is going to be 444. And this here is going to be 555. And then this one over here, the reverse cube of 4, is going to be 10. Okay, and that's going to be AJS, or 111888. And this one over here is going to be I and R. There's only going to be 2 reverse over here. 99. Oh, what was that? Only 99. It's the only one that gets this. 5 only gets 2 parts. Everybody else is equal. This part runs from that position over here. That's where the 9 runs from. Whether it's on the low level or the high level, it's 1 and 8 surrounding it. And now you can see where the 8s and the 1s are and what their reverses are. Anyways, I'm getting a little bit tired now, so I'm going to drop down and see the what I did here. 1/4 star system. So we saw that. Then we saw the combinations that come together, the 1v1. And we saw this where inside the word love, it actually uses 3, 4, 5, and 6, where 1 and 2 is inside of 3. Right. And then we have all the reverses for this, the opposite reverses. I'm going to show you what that is. So I'm going to do it in numbers. It's going to be easy. 3, 4, 5, 6. If we want to bring it to where it ends up in the center, we're going to go 7, 6, 5, 4. They're all going to be equal to 10, equal to 1. We're going to put them in the center. Now, it'll also be here if you're looking at the calculator, right? The 1. Now, if we want to go 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we want to equate it to 4 months of 30 days, we're going to go 1, 0, 8, 7, or what we're going to do is it's going to be 1, 9, 8, 7, 1987, or we can also do it as 1, 0, 1, 2. We can do the minus or the plus. See what's happening between the minus and the plus? See where these 7 and 8 shows up with the 1 and 2? It's the same thing as this. Does the same thing. The next one, so this is for number 4. Now for number 7, on 3, 4, 5, and 6. And don't forget, this is all from the letter M, right? This story, what you're going to get over here from the number 7 is you're going to get 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's your 10 basic creation, okay? And 7, 11 is in your cube, and you're going to get your 18 out of your creation, and that is your B creation. The B, because we don't know if it's 10 plus 8 or 10 minus 8, it ends up in the B world, and it's the end. It's the borderline of your 180 over here. It's the borderline. This side, if you have 180, if you want to switch it, the center of the 180 would be what? Would it be 90? 0 to 90, 90 to 180, 9 would be in the center. Anyways, I'm a little bit tired. Oh boy, where was I? So I showed you, okay, now when you say birth or naissance in French, you're bringing the sun into the AI. You're bringing 2 different cycles together. You're bringing the birth and you're bringing that heart of the moon, number 19. And number 19 is going to be relevant in the house of where 70 is and in the 90 house, but not where the 80 is. The reason for that is when you say it in French, 77. Okay, let me say, yes, when you say 19, you are saying 10, 9. When you say 79, you're saying 60 and 19 as 60, 10 et 9. And what's funny about that, when you say lightning, you also say 10, 9 inside the word. When you say feminine, you say 9 at the end of the word, right? So this cycle over here, the 1, 3, 1 cycle, 1 plus 3 equals to 4. It's just ironic that 13, 31, 13 equals to 57. We have the cycle of 84 days. What that means is it's 4 cubes times 21, which gives you 3 times 28 day cycles, right? 4 of something, 3 of something else. For the coming age of the born moon is man. So we end it at the 13 years of age, or 169 moons, and then we start off into the 14th cycle. I'm not sure if we did this, right? 12 equals to 87, talking about a gateway. We did that part. We did that part. We did this part. Okay. We did this part over here. And every time you have a V, you have a life. It says V for life, right? Your 432, right? Vibration. Is that going to be V minus 1, V minus 2, V minus 3? In Roman numerals, they don't have 111 V. They have V1 only, or they have V111. If I drew it the other way, I would end up in Venus. If I went V11, I would end up in Earth. But they're keeping Earth to singularity as they change over what is Mars. Earth and Mars, or Earth and Mars. Bringing in what is Mercury and Venus. where there are no moons, because the moons come in through phobia or phobos, the moons of Mars, and Deimos. And I'm not sure what I've missed. The rib in birth, absolutely, very good. I really like that. Hold on a second. Let me back this up. AM or mama, very good. I like that too. 360, 180, 180. Because we always have to start off, you know, when you put the ball down on the football field and you back up a yard, right? You're backing up 36 inches to start the game. So you already moved backwards. Just to let you know that building 7 of the Twin Towers, building 7 at 47 floors, that's another 11. They were all 11s. Aho. Well, ho is number 53. So 53. Right. It's a hemi. I like that. I like the hemi. Me, I like the word me, meaning partly or half. Biosphere, I like that also. Duosphere, like that too. 2 and 4. They say hemi equals to 8, right? Hemi equals to 8. And so they're using, what are the other words? Because all the words that we've ever grown up with, I grew up with some words, and oh my God, my son is talking about so many things I don't understand, but those are the dimensions of our 80-year span of learning, where the great-grandfather, where the great-grandfather, the grandfather, the father, the son, and the child, right? I can't go back to go great. So I go great-great-grandfather, great-grandfather, the father, the son, and the son's child. So my grandfather, my father, and me, my son, and me as a grandfather. Now, if I go to me as a great-grandfather, I would go, is that a 6 theory? That's not giving any information. Co-ed, right? I like that. You know, when I watch Sesame Street, the word Sesame Street in French, right? Sesame Street in English, but if you say it in French, sesame, you would say street first, which would be rue, R-U-E, which is 18 and 9, 39 angels in the E world. Where are they? They're in the E world. Your base is your first 2 letters. R-U, 39, like in Nibiru. That's angel. It's also creation of the 9 equaling to 12 and 27 in the house of Bate. So where was I with this? Wow, I just lost myself somewhere. And in the word math is am and teach. Yes, I was with Sesame Street. So the 2 moons of Mars are called Phobos and Deimos, or like phobias and demons. They have 2 moons. Earth has 1 moon. Earth 1 moon, and the 3rd planet. Mars 2 moons, and the 4th planet. 4 and 2 is 6. 3 and 1 is 4. Or do we invert the moons? Give Mars our moon, and we take Mars' moon. So when Mars I comes into Earth, right, it pulls it into its 2 moons, because Earth is supposed to have the 2 moons of Mars, and Mars has the 1 moon of Earth, and that's how we interchange. So when Mars gets the 1 moon of Earth, it's 1/4 or AD after the death. And when Earth gets the 2 moons, it becomes BC. Otherwise, Earth with 1 moon is AC, and Mars would be DB. Can you say decibels? Or with no life? There's no dot in the center of Mars, Venus, without having the Mercury singular moon in the center, right? 1 moon leaving the 8 heaven, right? To what is the 8 heaven within 2? It's 4 times 2, not 3 times 2. It's 4 times 2 to equal to 8, right? But it's not 3 times 2 to equal to 8. We're just going to say 6, because that's how it seems to work in French. Pull 48, ring 48. 1/3 and 2/3 are in these numbers. 48 can also be 69, which can also be 24, can also be 12. AA like IAAA, God Bible, B Bible. I'm trying to look through all of this. At the beginning, B2. You know, they said what they said before, right? what they said, on to me before I can see. Are you ready? If I of who I am created from the creator, if I was to recreate, I would make sure I have full control over my creation. The thing is, nobody's in my house. Everybody's in the playpen, right? The playpen for the pigs. We run the cycle of the pigs. The pig's pregnancy cycle is 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. 147332583336933. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 times 7 is 21. 2 and 1 is 3. We live in the house of 6, 6, 2 and 9. The IT system. The IT system, the split hoof. They have a separation of 9 and 9 mamelin, which is the nipples to hook up. Cow jumped over the moon. Jumper cables. Braille. I like that. I like that. Braille. Tanakh. I've seen that before in the Quran. We're a shelf before the Bible. We're on the shelf before the Bible, which was only written in Braille for the blind. Rael. Braille. Rael. Israel. The word Israel starts off with the numbers 1 and 5 inside the word. Sol, solera, ra, right, the 1 and 8 coming together, living under the sun house. Solari, how about Solari Safari, living in the jungle? It's not a book, it's a weapon. Well, I'm not sure if I want to look at it as a weapon, but I can tell you that there's a lot of terms in there that are not properly read, possibly because there's not enough people doing the science, and sometimes we take certain things literal when sometimes it's supposed to be a joke. Sometimes it's supposed to be poetry in motion, where we're like Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. The Rubik's Cube of that fall was through the moon, and it was 6354, and that's 117. 11 and 7, 63 for the male and 54 for the female. Female is the holder of the sun. The sperm is number 71. The egg is number 19. When they meet, the two systems meet by the egg. It's number 19. It's also DNA. 7, D1, is what splits that gateway with this cube. 6 and 1. It's all 7s. There's only 3 sides of 1. I'm getting a little tired here. I can't keep up with my thinking, so I think we're going to bring this to an end. See the same street and all the characters, the Cookie Monster, etc. Everything you can find in your computer. Master CY plane. Can you explain that why? Because I'm getting Master's I Master. Oh, I like that. I master, right? Divide the I in 3. You need to divide the I in 3 because always one touching the other one with a platform. The platform sets in and it touches all 3 sides. While the platform's touching and sets all 3 sides, the one side that is touches the other side here and this side here. I touch here, I touch here. You touch here, you touch here, you touch here. So you touch 2, you touch 2, and you touch 2. So that's 2 and 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 1. And then there's 1 on the bottom, the platform, touching 3. But if you keep changing the platform of that triangle and keep turning it, it's 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 6, 9, 12. And now the platform has had a full rotation. 12 is that full rotation. 12 times 3 is 36. And I showed you how the numbers begin to rotate, okay, after 18. Right, we showed you that design on the floor over here, in which I'm going to have to switch that design because the design is off, right? You see the Y here and the X here. When you go to the bottom, right, I have 2 Y's in there. And maybe I did it on purpose. I don't know. Maybe I
made the X disappear. Maybe that's something that happens if you end up with, can you end up with YY? You can end up with XX. So I can create another one putting XX together, right? So this is what that is. These are 36 numbers in a row. 1, 2. See the way you have this here? The first time you have this here, this space here, I put 3. The minute this duplicates, I automatically have to have 4 or 144. And then I start over here, 180, and I start the new term. So we just keep going. The cube would tell me to put 6 of these, right? But you can see that this area here where the Y is and the X is the same thing as the Y and the X over here. X, Y, Y, X, Y. This number, this one over here, I'm not sure if you can see it. 5775. I'll move my finger so it'll focus on its own. Well, anyways, where you see the 33 here, that's 5775, talking about the electric moon. There's just so much, but I'm really tired, really hot. I'm going to just leave this open for discussion right now for a minute. If somebody has something to say, something to ask me, I know I didn't complete everything, but just M is a very strong word. It does not include 1 and 2, yet 1 and 2 is included when 5 and 6 step in. 5 and 6 step in, create 11. 1 and 2 is 3. If you go to the pool table, it's going to talk about the red ball. The red is number 27. Saint Christopher, Satan Claus, bringing in the reindeer. Rain as in queen, deer as in DR for doctor, doctor for third, the South Pole Z. So that would come here within the 6. I'm not following. The other half of Z would actually create a cube with a cross or an X in the window. Right? The Z connects both the South Pole and the North Pole. Is that not correct? Right? Meaning that the Z would be split between the 180 degrees. Also note that Z is not alone. We have Z equals to 26. We also have Z equaling to 104. That's communication. The reason for that is right here. You can have 1 box and you can have 4 boxes. If you want to understand the percentage of Z, or let's say 6 and 9, we would do this. The percentage of 6 and 9, the percentage sign is found on the 5 key. If you want to see the information, I use the information, so I'm sort of cheating off of this. The @ sign where Venus is tells me where my house is, where I have to send the mail. My exclamation point is on 1. Earth is where the pound key is. Mars is the dollar. 5 leaves the percentage. To create your 10 worlds, you have to join 2 worlds with the hat, or with Earth's pound key, you have to go and. The star key is with Venus, where at, what star, where do we connect, and then your moon bracket over here between 9 and 0. That's your birth, all your 10s, right? But in 90, you're going to be saying 4 times 20 plus 10. You're actually going to be using 10 through 19. And when you use, this is equal to 90. When you use 70, right, you're going to go 60 and 10 equals to 70. But when you talk in French, you're going to go 10 all the way to 19, right? You're going to go 60 plus 10 all the way to 19. When you get the 17, 18, and 19, or I'm going to read this backwards, you're going to ABC, and here you're going to ABC in 19, 18, and 17. When you have C, you're going to have Mars, and you're going to have what number slips into the moon and the heavens and the birth. When you have B, you're going to have B and sun. And when you have A, you are going to have 19 and moon. Did I do that right? 18 and sun. Here you're going to have Venus. Here you're going to have Earth also. And over here you're going to have Mercury. And in Mercury comes your joint birth.
over here. Do you follow what I'm doing? This is in the 90s. This is in the 70s. In here, you're creating 4 worlds of 20. But in those worlds, you're adding on the Earth, Mars, sorry, you're adding on the Sun, Mars, and the Moon. 17, 18, and 19, 51, 54, and 57. 6, 9, 3. 5 and 1, 6, 5 and 4, 9, 5 and 7, 12, 1 and 2, 3. Now, if we want to look at the other dimension, your 17 will create your 8 and 7 equals to 15. Your 18 will create 8 and 9 equals to 17. And your 19 will create 9 and 10 equaling to 19 equals to 1 equals to 8 equals to 6. 168 hours in a week. Where did I get this from? 1 times 7, 1 plus 7. This is going to be related to alpha, beta, 1, and 2. It's going to bring you right here. Your 1 and 2 creates your 6. Your 8 is what divides the gate right here inside Mars. Your high heavens, another brick on the wall right over here. And this one is in the moon. It's on the other side. 1 times 9, 1 plus 9 will create this. There's a double reduction inside this one. This one will go to 10 and then we'll go to 1. Also, 19 is red. 10 is black, and 28 is black, and we have 1 red. So it switches red, black, red, black, red, black. Number 1 will switch red, black, red, black, red, black. Now, I'm not sure if it might be because the 1 position is void over here, and the 1 position is void over here. I am the youngest sister of my 3 at Tammy. My mom, my niece, my sister, my cousin, my stepmonks, and I am hot, and I'm going to end it right now. I want to thank you very much for being here. I'm really hot. I got air conditioning right above me, but I'm having trouble communicating with myself right now. Help me, try and help me, keep me going, maybe support the channel. I've been talking about this for years. There's so much more. Peace and love. If you want to take a quick look for those who've never been here before, those are the bricks on the wall, right? 5 times 2, 5 plus 2 equals to 10 and 7. Mars is going to come in. It takes the 5 and the 2 to create that, as well as the H and the I. So we're going to take 2 by 2, and then it creates its own 1 over here. I created 2, 2, right? To create this, I went ahead, and that's one side. And then I go on the other side, and I got my 5, 2. Looks like a TV set. At the same time, when it comes to creation, my little dog, you have the I letter and the H letter. The I letter over here, or we can call it the H letter if I'm putting it this way. When you go to sleep at night, it's the H. When you wake up and you're awake during the day, and when you're moving forward and backwards, it creates this. Or how about this? HINZ equaling to 57. I don't know if I have my last little piece over here where we have a little bit of a hexagon planet. Call it a sphere, right? Call it a sphere, call it a hexagon. Just a friend of mine made this for me. Now, is it made to be like the rectangular box? Now, if you can see the Y here and the Y here, just like in my art piece design, that when everything collapses, right? Or when it doesn't fully collapse, you end up with the H and the I, or an H beam. When it fully collapses, we have to stop. When you cut it to the inside, you'll end up with a hexagon here, and a hexagon here, and a hexagon here, and a hexagon here, 4 by 6, 24, and a cube will fit into the center over here. Thank you. Peace and love. Let me see if I can draw that out. No, can't draw that out. I think I dried out my pen. Let me see if I can do it with this. Oh yeah, yeah, did it. Okay, I got it. Whoop. Did I do that right? Yeah, here. Or is it supposed to be down here? So it's, you can see the hexagon here, the hexagon here, the two V's that'll come together, and possibly a cube there and a cube there. You could also make this down here and make 4 of them. You can make 2 of them. You can make 4 of them. Really tired. Thank you for watching. That's going to be it for now. What did I just do over here? Oh yeah, I wanted to put that up. Let me go down, see if there's any more comments. Evolution, evolve, love, potion, motion. I don't know. I'm really whacked out, overlapping and underlapping. Peace and love to everybody. Thank you for being here. Let's see if I can get one more picture of what's going on in this place. So you have that on the floor. Those are the bricks on the wall. Let me see. Am I doing that? The bricks on the wall. You can see straight for the cupboard on the other side how the sun and the moon rotate around each other, or the moons rotate around the sun, or something controlling it, right? That arm over there. Then there's the different stars that I put up here. I have a cross that's pissing oil over here. This cross pissing oil over here, and that's basically it. And besides the 10 commandments up there, thank you for being here, everybody. If you want to chat amongst yourself, go ahead. I'm going to be leaving the channel, and yeah, thanks. I see there's still everybody's still here. I'm going to be ending it. Say something now. Don't hold your peace. Thank you. We have to stand up because we know the truth. We know the truth. We know the truth, and we can't have that. The separation from, if you want to talk about, I don't know, is the word Bible or whatever religious group you're in or whatever you believe, we have to believe in something that brings us closer together. Right now, we're so far apart. If everybody got $1 million in their bank account tomorrow, would we be able to choose different? Can we say, stop, I don't need to go to work. I don't need to be collecting all this money or policing these people who are doing absolutely nothing wrong. Why do I need this job? Why can't I just have a garden? And then there's the its and bits. How many people would just put down their work and say, I'm not doing this anymore for them. I'm not putting the garbage in the food. I'm not spreading the shit into the air. I'm not doing it anymore. I have enough to survive. Now, the whole thing is, do you have enough land to grow your own food? Is it your company? How do we associate together? Because money has zero value. The value and life is in the same word. I'm going to show you that word. I'm going to show you the word. It's in the pain of our labor that we are born and that we live. And that's it. The money is here only by the pain of our labor and nothing else, and how we work together in unity. And if I was to create a game, I make everybody like me. And if I want my people to survive the game I created, I'm going to put 2 sides to the highway. I'm going to put lights on the highway. I'm going to fix my roads. I'm going to make sure nobody hits anybody because everybody is me. I need all these minds to go out and to search for information so we can all survive together. We're looking for information. I don't have enough memory. I created more memory. Vith memory, living memory, walking memory. Somehow, whatever, I left it up to one of my sons to take care of everything, but he turned into the devil. I left it up to the other son, Jesus Christ. I can't remember his name. Raphael 7286, and a constellation of Pegasus. Alley-oop. Allah.